Hello viewers and welcome back to the GonzoEwok channel. I went very high pitched there.
You did. Hello!
Hello! And welcome back to another episode of
Geordie Space Program.
As always, I am your host, or one of your hosts, Gonzo.
And I would be the other one of your hosts, Ewok.
That's quite correct. Now,
It's where the name comes from, you know, GonzoEwok.
I never would have guessed.
I know. You'll notice we're not on the starting screen where we normally are. We've already loaded the game up because we've been into the space center. We've got rid of all that horrible debris that was cluttering things up. So we've just got the space station in orbit, and we've got two flags.
You'll be very glad to know, viewers, that I sort of ran a very tight ship on that one. I made sure that he didn't press any buttons he wasn't supposed to.
We should have been recording just in case I pressed any buttons that I wasn't
supposed to. The
thought
did occur to us when you were checking and you were like getting ready to start like blowing shit up. But what we're gonna do?
Today we are going to get some science data from around the moon and plant a flag on the moon.
So we took these contracts at the end of the last episode then, and so we're going back to the moon.
It's worth 120k in total, plus the bonus that we'll get from the rep. Not really worth any science, but we'll get some science when we're on the way there.
Yep. Hopefully we'll land in a different biome and we'll be able to get some samples and what have you, and that should give us a good haul of science.
Absolutely. Now this is the problem, that we give all our crafts like really interesting names, so as a result I can't remember which one's the one that we used to get to the moon and back.
I think we've done it with a pork sword.
I think we've done it with the pork sword.
And I think possibly the spam javelin as well.
Let's have a look at the pork sword. Okay, now that's definitely a lander.
Yeah.
What the hell kind of engine's that on the bottom of it?
Didn't we do that to test that big engine?
Yeah.
Like a big poodle engine?
I don't like the look of that.
Right, see what else we've got. We're
So
going to make some changes anyway.
You said the spam javelin. What was the meaty rocket for?
I think as well, possibly that might have done it. It's a very big, heavy rocket.
Let's look at the meaty rocket. Yeah, I mean, that's a proper Monday.
It's a very top-heavy one.
Obviously, we used that for a rescue mission at one point as well, by the looks of it.
That's
no,
right.
we didn't. We took two people to min-miss in this.
That's correct.
We took two people to min-miss in this. It got min-miss back with no problem. It's got a lot of engines on it. It's worth 100 grand. Should we use this one? I think this will do the job.
We can, but personally, what I'd like to see is maybe we kind of tweak it a little bit just before we kind of launch it up.
Okay.
I'm thinking, well, we've got better legs, we've got better solar panels, we've got better batteries. We've got this technology. Why aren't we using it?
Right. So we'll get some nice big legs on it.
Get the big. They look wonky as well. They look ever so slightly off, those legs.
They're not wonky.
No, they're not. No, it's me eyes playing tricks with us. Yeah, right. They're okay. See, you're doubting it now.
I am. It's just the angle that will like that.
Get the better solar panels, maybe some of the retractable ones, because they look nice and gnarly when they're up.
So the 2x3 ones, I like the 2x3
nice.
ones.
And then bigger batteries, just so we've got them.
So...
I'd use the 400s, those ones, just in place of where we had the others.
What cool. I will do is... I still want... Where's the basic solar panels? Where have they gone? Oh, there they are.
There, yeah.
I still want some of them on as well,
you've got them,
so that they're collecting when at the moment that we can't have these ones deployed. Yeah, exactly, as you say.
Have we got any more science to put on? I'm not sure how we're kitted this up with more science.
So let's have a look around the back, because I normally put things around the back. So we've got the barometer and the thermometer there.
I think that's all we've got.
That's all we've got. We don't have a... No, we've got a transmitter on the top.
Yep.
Champion. Yeah, so we're all good science-wise.
Yep, we're little goo canisters. It's nice to be doing a science mission, actually. It's been a little while since we've done one.
You know what? We're going to take these off, because if you remember, after the latest update, it seemed to be tracking objects from further away than previously before.
Yeah, so
I'm going to see if we can just deploy, get rid of that, and see if it'll land on its own. See what happens to it.
Yeah.
It's got the parachutes on it. I want to make sure the parachutes go off at the same time that we chuck it away. They do. There's always a bit of an explosion when we get rid of that bit.
That's right. I remember the little explosion. You know, I still want to use the big cockpit. I know it wouldn't fit on this thing, but I would still like the big cockpit.
You would still like the big cockpit. Right, well, let's think about this logically. We've got...
We need that tri-stack.
So, how much are these worth? They carry 440 oxidizer, 360. So instead of the tri-stack, we could replace the tri-stack with one of these big ones.
And how does that work out in terms of the weight there compared to the 800s?
Which ones are the bigger ones? Right, so that has 440. So that's got about 3 times as much fuel in. Mass is 18. Yeah. And the mass on these ones is 4.5. So that's.
So
It's
3 of
heavier.
those. Yeah.
It's heavier, but it's got a little bit more fuel in.
You know what? No, I think get rid of that. If you want to do it, really, you've got that, you see on the third row down on the right-hand side. That's your adapter, which would clip on for the cockpit, I think. You could put one of those on the top of the tri-stack upside down, and then another one on top of that.
Is that not a little bit ridiculous?
It is, but it might be quite good. Just please, just humour the idiot here. So that would be flipped.
Although we're going to put that.
That would go underneath. And then you want yeah, well, you need the cockpit out. It looks nice, you see, it's progress. If we've got a nicer cockpit, it makes us look as though we're bigger and clever and more advanced than we
You're
are.
just adding more weight.
But it looks nice. It looks nice, you cannot argue with that.
So was that in the structural section, that one?
It was, there it is. So you could clip that.
No, that's not it.
Oh,
That's not it. Was it in propulsion?
couldn't have been. Oh, maybe it's got fuel in.
Oh yeah, it does.
Carries
That's
fuel.
interesting.
There we
Not
are.
a lot of fuel, but it carries fuel.
So you could flip it upside down. Oh, there, that's all right. Look, and then that clips onto the bottom, on the top.
Really?
Come on, man.
That is a ridiculous lander.
It looks the dog's bollocks, though. You can't deny that.
It looks ridiculous. The bloody crew compartment is bigger than the lander.
Oh, it looks nice,
And
though.
how much extra weight are we talking here? So the Mark 1's got mass of 1.28. It's got mass of 2.6.
That's fine. But then we've got more fuel as well, though. Carrying more fuel.
That's going to be really top heavy when I come to land this, bud.
Well, get some your little struts out and put some struts from the top of the tri-stack just straight up onto the back of it, just to keep it nice and stable. It'll be fine.
You can't put struts on there.
Can you not?
No.
Put them onto the girders at the bottom then, and then just run them all the way to the top of the rocket.
You know what? I'm doing this for you, but I think it's ridiculous.
Thank you. I really appreciate it. Yeah, they'll probably clip the batteries. Well, they're not going to cause any major troubles anyway. Oh, look at it, man.
This is absolutely ridiculous.
I love it.
It's absolutely ridiculous.
Now, it needs parachutes and whatnot. Remember?
Yes, it does. It needs lots of parachutes.
Yeah, get some parachutes. Parachute with my scooter.
Where have the other two gone? Yeah, that'll probably do the job, won't it?
Possibly. I'd maybe put some... Yeah. Good plan. Good plan. No fake. Decided to talk like a surfer. Yeah, that'll be fine. That'll look majestic as a... Whoa. Yep. What are you doing? You just...
Undo.
Something bad's happened.
Yeah, we're just frozen. I just need to undo a couple of times because it's twisted them around. There we go.
Champion. Alright. Yep. That's looking like a right Bobby Dazzler, if you don't mind us saying. In fact, that's what we're going to call it.
The Bobby Dazzler.
The Bobby Dazzler.
We're not quite finished yet. We're missing... What's the word for it? The stuff that... Monopropellant, yeah. We're missing monopropellant.
Alright.
I want some monopropellant on there. So, I want...
Oh, you didn't want it right next to your solars.
Stick it down there. This is more to aid my landing.
Yeah.
And the monopropellant canisters. We're not going to need a lot of the stuff.
Oh, that'll look quite nice. Aye.
There we go.
Nice. Love it.
Now, quick check of the staging. So we've got all the solids firing.
Yep.
Solid. And those
Yeah.
solids get thrown away, that's fine. And
Then those do.
What's that?
I think it'll be the central one. Yeah, it is. It's the central one there.
What central one?
Right at the bottom, it's bottom solid, I think. The solid in the middle. Aye, it's highlighting when you go over it. So that really
That
wants
one?
to, that wants
Yeah,
to
that
be
needs
down
to be
one.
there, doesn't it?
Cool. Yep, they're fine.
Then all the liquids go. What's that? That's those ones, that's fine.
And those parachutes want to go off at the same time.
They do.
Yep.
And then we've got those parachutes.
Those parachutes will deploy when the rocket goes off, so yeah.
So we need extra stage there.
Nice.
Do you think we're going to be alright for fuel? I can't remember how we're doing for fuel on this one.
I think it struggled a bit, but I will manage. Actually, no, this one took what a min-miss. This isn't the one, you know, like early on in the series where we're really, really struggling for fuel. We managed alright with this one. Now, I think that cockpit... I thought you were going to type we build this city on rock and roll for a second.
No, like I say, I'm finding it very hard to remember what each bloody ship's for, so I'm going to write what the ship's for in the ship's description.
Check the crew. I think you can probably fit more than one crewman in here.
Looks like it's got 2 seats. Who do you want to send?
Let's send Hanbin because you're hovering over him. And Tanbal.
Hanbil and Tanbal.
Hanbin Tanbal.
Okay. And... let's go! Oh no, it's really, really heavy. It's going to blow the runway up.
Oh, shizen. Right. Make rocket go now. Do it. Just as quick as poss. Just hit the buttons.
Oh, it's fine. It's on.
Right. Go now. Whoosh, you bugger. Look at that. Yeah, I'd probably put them legs out, to be honest. Because they're going to need them eventually. It's sitting in the solid. Bring them back in.
Right, let's manually put each of those legs out.
Yeah. We're going to have to get ready to eject here. Right, legs. This probably isn't what you want to be doing right now, I imagine.
Not really.
Nice. Yeah, well, it's not looking too bad, all things considered. Fire the rest. Nice.
Okay.
Well done.
That was not how I wanted to handle that.
No. No, I can imagine it probably wasn't. But you did a sterling job there. I'll pat you on the back. I was very impressed with that one.
Okay, we need to hotkey those legs next time we use this ship, which we'll forget. Probably should have put the bigger legs on there as well.
Aye. So, getting ready for your turn. That looks as though it's handling alright.
Actually, it's handling like a dream.
The meaty rocket, if I remember rightly, were built with the rescue mission in mind, I think. But also thinking, well, it would be one next generation to be able to go to the moon and
I think we
Minmus.
built the meaty rocket to go to Minmus, and then we built the meaty rocket 2, perhaps, as a rescue mission, because it was the meaty rocket 2 I was using as a.
I mean, it is, to be fair, quite an ugly rocket. I just wanted to bring that cockpit. It looks a little bit like a spear, actually.
It does.
You know, it's like a spearhead, but I quite like it. It's holding together quite nice. I was a bit concerned that it would be wobbly.
I'm still a bit concerned about the fuel, to be perfectly honest with you.
Where's the planet gone?
There's
some sort of glitch going on there.
There we go.
Third time's a charm.
That was just a bit of a panicky moment there where I thought the planet had completely disappeared. Yeah, I'm very concerned about the fuel. Very.
Well, we'll see what happens.
In fact, oh, that is not a good angle that we're approaching it in.
No.
Too heavy.
Could be a problem. Could be a problem.
If I'd noticed that earlier, I might have been able to do something about it. I mean, we're going fast enough.
We'll probably be alright, you know, because we've got a lot of fuel in that transfer stage. We'll see how we do.
We'll see how we do.
There's still a fair bit there, you know.
I'm going to try and shoot for quite a low orbit then.
Aye. Aye, that should do.
Not try and be as fuel preserviness as possible.
That's not a word, but I know what you mean. It's
Pushing up too much, so I need to put.
That's the wrong one.
Oh.
You pleb. Can't believe it.
We've got plenty of time. Where's our ship?
It's there, don't worry. It's around. Right. So.
I can't see anything.
You're panicking. Stop panicking.
Right, our ship isn't on there.
It doesn't matter. We'll work it out. We're a minute away from apoapsis. It's telling me what we need to know. Just because the little icon's on, it's not the end of the world. There's a chance maybe the cockpit, maybe that's a bit of a bug. Maybe that cockpit.
We've encountered this glitch before, bud.
Well, you will manage. So 50-second burn. We're probably not going to get that out of these engines.
We're not supposed to. Remember, we have to ditch these while they're still in. What's the word? Suborbital. We'll have to ditch these when they're still in suborbital to try and see if they'll land. I hope they do. It'd be nice if they do.
So you want to start your burn a couple of seconds, really. Nice. Cool.
And then I'll quick save and load to try and sort that glitch out. So we're going to need to know where our ship is on that radar.
Aye, we'll have to. And again, it's one of those things, I know like we're not up for quick saving and quick loading, but again, we'll point out, we will do it when we need to.
No, I don't want to turn on sticky keys. You can't see what's going on, but we're not in the game now. Okay, we're back to the game window.
Sticky keys came up.
And yeah, kicked us out the game window.
I hate sticky keys with a passion. And the thing is with sticky keys, even when you disable them and say, don't tell us about sticky keys, I don't need them. Well, that was a bigger explosion than we're used to, but seemed to have been alright, I think.
It's now estimating we need 43 seconds of burn, so that's going to eat a lot of our fuel up.
We'll manage. These are very efficient engines.
We've got to land and get back as well, mate.
It's fine. We'll be alright, I'm sure.
How come I'm usually the... You see, normally I'm the optimistic one and you're the pessimistic one, so what's going on here? Why are you being so optimistic?
Because it takes literally a 20-second burn in the right location to get rid of the moon, and then it takes a little bit of fuel to land with, and then a 20-second burn back.
We've just used nearly a quarter of the tank.
We'll be alright. We can do it. I've every faith in you.
I'm glad you do.
See, we're getting there, man, we're getting there. It's deceptive. Those little green bars are only half the story when it comes to fuel. So,
right, are we in an orbit? We're at 72 there, 61.
Give it a bit more of a poke. Yeah, that'll do.
Right, where's the mun? There it is.
So, about there, really. You'd guess? Not at the massive space one. I hope we don't collide by some horrible astronomical quirk of fate with the space wang.
Virtually impossible.
I know it is, but still, just because it's virtually impossible and improbable doesn't mean that it can't happen.
Well, I say virtually impossible. I mean, that's looking at it from our amateur point of view. It either will happen or won't happen, and it can be worked out.
Now that's needing quite a bit of fuel to get we're going, isn't it?
I told you, mate, this mission is foobarred.
22. That's perfect.
Yeah, but we need 1 minute 55 seconds worth of burn.
Do we really, though?
Yes, that's what it says.
But, I mean, do we really?
Yes, that's what it says.
I'm not sure if that's right. You don't usually need that much fuel to get the moon.
Yeah, but somebody's decided to stick a massive bloody cockpit on the front.
It hardly weighs any more. It's an extra ton, if that.
It's 4 times the weight as the standard cockpit was.
But when space weight doesn't count once you're in space.
Yeah, you're right. We did have that. Yeah, that fuel's been used. That's unusual. It must be crossfeed through these parts.
Aye. But in any event, like I was saying there, what it boils down to is weight doesn't count when you're in space because you're weightless in space. Everybody knows this.
Yeah, mass still counts.
Does it though?
Yes.
Are you sure?
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 Yeah.
Are you sure? Right, okay. I see what you're saying. Because now, I thought, once you started the burn, that maybe the numbers would rejig. I just thought, we've got a couple of glitches going on here. Mm-hmm. But that doesn't seem to have been the case.
Well, we're still being affected by gravity. You think just because we're still very close to Kerbin, so we're still having like a significant graphical effect. And yeah, mass does make a difference. Otherwise, like a tiny ship with a tiny engine would be no good.
So we might be doing a flyby here.
We're probably going to be doing a flyby. Well, that doesn't matter. We'll still get 60k and we'll get a bit of science out of it. Fine.
Will we still get 60k?
Yeah, because one of the missions is transmit or recover scientific data from space around the moon.
Oh, well, we can do that.
So we'll do a flyby and we'll come back, and we know that this ship design
if you
is
look, though,
bollocks.
actually, we haven't used a huge amount of fuel. That fuel hasn't dropped down that much.
We've only done half the burn.
Yeah, but it didn't drop down much at all.
Are you telling me you want me to try and land it? Because
Yeah,
I will.
yes,
I'll
yes,
try
I
and
will.
land it.
Yeah, okay, we have done a role reversal here. But yeah, I think you should try. I think...
As the pilot, I'm saying that I think it's a bad idea.
Yeah, well, you know, I'm sitting here on the ground with the kill switch, so I see you're going to try landing.
Fair enough.
I think you can do it, you know. I think it's going to be a bit seat of your pants, a bit kind of like, you know, sort of puckery, but I think you can do it.
I think we'll get there. I'm not sure we'll be able to bring them back, but
Still got
we'll
half a
get
tank
there.
of fuel. Half a tank.
Less than half a tank.
That's that. The green bars on the side are suggesting that we've got probably about half a tank now. I think that's alright, you know. It's plenty to get yourself down. And all you've got to do is just get yourself back into a curving sphere of influence and you'll be fine.
So the manoeuvre node's disappeared. That is no good.
No. Yeah, we're getting it.
I'll do.
Ah, that's nice.
Okay, we are munbound, ladies and gentlemen.
Now, do you want a quick save and quick load?
Yeah. To try and get our ship back on the map. So what's quick load? Is it F11?
F9, I think.
F9.
The other thing is as well the
No,
debris.
we're still not there.
I don't think the debris survived. I cannot see it anyway.
Nah, it seems to have vanished. It hasn't brought us back on the map. Let's go back to the space centre and then back to the ship.
Aye, we'll give it a go. Apologies for the technical difficulties. I'm sure viewers at home will understand why we need to be able to see where we are.
Where's the ship? There we go.
Phew. I think we're back as well. I think that has fixed it.
There we go. The ship is on the map.
Nice.
Okay, well, you know, let's get the solar panels out.
That's a very good point.
Which,
Oh, right in front of the girders.
let's see what
It's
happens.
probably fine. It's probably fine.
Yeah, it's just going to clip through them by the looks of it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't.
I'll just put the one out just in case they break when we close it down. And what I'm going to do is let's do an EVA report, see if we can get anything for that. I don't think we will, but oh, we'll get 8 signs for that. That's fantastic.
Yeah, take it in and do a bit transmitty.
We'll do a crew report.
We haven't put the transmitter back on this, did we?
Ah, no, we didn't.
Oh well. Oh well.
Oh well. Live and learn.
You're not going to put the rest of the solar panels out?
No, I'm worried it might break when it comes back in, so I'll save it for when we land. Charge we back up before we try and leave again.
Well,
I mean, bear in mind we've got some standard solar panels on there
this
as well.
is true, and they're probably enough for what we need because we're not.
Because we
doing
don't have
transmitting.
any transmitting capabilities.
Oh well. We'll sort it out.
If we had transmitting capabilities, we could complete the mission without. These are our last.
Yeah, that was last episode.
Yeah, we could have transmitted the data without having to come
It's
back.
an interesting little trajectory that we've got going on there, where we do a little kind of shimmy around the moon,
You're sort of shooting straight for it.
and then at the last minute curve out the way of it.
Now we've got our old flag there, and there's an
Right,
anomaly
get
around
ready.
there. So it would be nice to try and land near that anomaly.
I don't think we've got the fuel to really be.
I was about to say that, but
Aye.
I don't think we've got the fuel to mess around with things like that.
Unfortunately not. That's hardly any burn at all, probably.
No, that's only because
yeah, I know.
we haven't been able to fire the engines up.
I'm sure we'll manage.
So just keep an eye on that clock. Make sure we don't overshoot.
Where is the moon?
Mm.
Oh, there it is.
There it is. Ladies and gentlemen, professional astronauts right here. Where's the moon?
I like you see on the your nav ball, it's telling you the little arrows saying whereabouts your manoeuvre
Yeah, that's
is.
a new feature. I think it's really, really handy.
Aye.
I still
Such
don't
a
understand
simple
what
thing.
these new things are, though.
Yeah, well,
We keep every episode. I say, "Oh, I'm going to look that up," and then like a week passes, and I still haven't looked it up.
now will you use QRE to flip yourself around?
Would you like me to?
Yeah. Just because it looks nice.
It's a waste of bloody mono propellant, is what it is.
That's fine. There we are. Yeah, that's a gun.
Right.
So this is 255, so that's probably, what, about a 20-second burn?
I don't know.
I would guess we're probably looking...
What's that?
Probably
Is that
about-
what flag?
I think so. Probably about a 20 to 25 second burn, I would guess.
Okay, buddy. So I'll start on 15 to give you a bit of leeway, yeah?
Cool.
You are good.
See? See?
It was
You see why I'm in the head shed?
a 26-second burn, I think that was.
I mean, that would probably kill you in real life if you tried to guesstimate it like I did. I was a second out. That's enough to properly slaughter you. But there you go. See? Sensible fella, me.
You are. Genius.
Wouldn't go that far. But I can do
Those
basic
pebbles
arithmetic.
look terrifying.
I can do basic arithmetic. Right. That's still quite a bit of fuel, as long as you come down with a sensible landing. Because let's be honest, it doesn't take a huge amount to get yourself back from the moon once you're there. We just need fuel to land and not use too much of it in the process.
Right, so we want to land on the light side,
We do.
just because it's better for the audience.
Right, well, it helps us as well because we haven't got lights on this thing. It's always handy if you can see a shadow.
Another thing we forgot to put on, lights. So I'll take us down to a 10k. Could try and land close to that.
I wouldn't risk it because we'd need to use a lot more fuel to do that. You know, like to actually come down and jigger yourself close to it.
Also, it's a biome we've been to.
Yeah.
Although I think whichever way we swing it, we're probably going to land around the
See if we can
Midlands.
get down in that crater.
That's what I'm thinking, eh?
Aye. Explore one of the craters. 6 is quite low for the moon.
Yeah, I'm going for about 15, yeah, that'll do.
Even then, that lip, if that lip sticks up.
It'll be fine.
Um,
You've said that before.
I know, but that was on Minmus. There's tall things on the moon. So that's a little 2-second burn. Just to adjust. Easy enough done.
I really should have went to the loo before we started recording this.
Ah, well.
I'm just going to have to hold it.
Yep. I mean, you don't want to do that in space.
Neil Armstrong was holding it when he landed on the moon. He told me that.
Really?
Yeah.
Was that when What Happened to Sid Meier last week as well?
It was, yeah.
No, when he popped in, he was waiting for his curry next door, so he popped in for a pint.
You know, this is a terrible
was being
thing to say, but I don't know whether Neil Armstrong's still alive or not. I've no idea.
He's not. I think, sadly, he died maybe last year. Which is very sad. Buzz Aldrin's still alive.
Yeah, Buzz is still gone.
There's actually, I think he's got a space simulator game of his own. He's put his name on a one made by Matrix, I think.
Oh, cool.
Like a space racy thing. It's more like a kind of a board game kind of thing, I think. It's like you're not flying or building your own planes. It's more like a sort of strategic simulator where you're planning your own space mission. Or your own space program, even. But yeah, it doesn't have quite the same ring to it. I looked into it thinking, could it be like a little offshoot of Geordie Space Program, but it's probably a bit dry to watch. I'm not sure you could really get a YouTube series out of it. I'm sure somebody probably will and will do a fantastic job.
To be fair, we only barely have what qualifies as a YouTube series out of this.
Well, you say that, but I mean, it's the best thing on YouTube that nobody knows about.
Okay.
Do you deny it?
I think it's very entertaining. I enjoy watching these videos back,
Yeah,
even though I was there
one for doing
recording
it,
them.
but yeah, I enjoy watching
Blocked by
these
fuel
myself.
tank.
Nah, it's not. It's because it's on the far side. That's what it means.
No, I can't get it back in because it says it's blocked by fuel tank.
Wait, we don't need to bring it back in. We want them out. Okay, those craters are starting to come into sort of sharp detail.
That's cool. I was just sort of zooming us around.
Nice. I'd put the rest of the solar panels out if I'm honest.
Put them out when we land, buddy. I've got enough to worry about at the moment.
I know, it's just those 4 clicks that it would take you of your mouse to get that sorted.
Yeah, but I'm approaching the maneuver
3
point.
minutes away? What are you going to do for 3 minutes? Just sit and hold your Johnson?
Not when I'm this desperate for the toilet, no.
That's probably a good idea, actually. Just pinch it in.
Right, so where's this crater?
You could go up the toilet and I'll land with.
I'll hold it a bit. Are we actually above the crater now? No, we're not. So let's skip forward, skip ahead.
Right, there we are. Bring me down.
Right, bring us down.
Bring us
I'll
down.
put the legs out there.
Yes, please. Sorry, I shouldn't be yawning while we're recording, should I? Oh, that looks nice, mind. I know you had reservations about it.
I still think it's going to be very top heavy when we couldn't actually
But
put this
those are
thing down.
big legs. Big legs.
This is a longer burn than I wanted. We're going very fast.
We are. We're managing.
We're bringing it down.
I mean, that would be the same if we just had a regular old capsule on the top as well, frankly. It's just the speed we've came in at.
I know, but that fuel situation is dire, mate. It is bad.
Well, just be clever with your landing. You might have to come down fairly quick and then boost your fuel at the last minute.
I'll give it a go.
See what you can do, eh? I'm sure we'll manage. We'll be alright. See, look. We're managing. It's coming down quite nice. See, you've nearly killed it. There. Now it's just let gravity take its course.
Right, we are 11,000 up. Let me get the cockpit view.
At least the
Get the radar altitude.
I don't understand what that's telling me.
Yeah, it's not going to tell us until we're 2,500 metres away.
Right. Okay then. It's quite nice. Actually, have a look around the cockpit since it's a new one. That's quite nice.
Oh, hello. Oh, that is quite cool, isn't it?
I have no idea what any of those buttons or dials mean.
Well, that's something.
Yeah.
And that's something. That's some pictures.
I don't know if they don't work. Although there's a mod to actually make. Yeah, there's a mod that you can use to make all your switches and your dials work.
Okay, we're at 8,000 meters here.
Aye.
So we lost 3,000 while I'm doing that. We're coming in quite fast. Right, it slows down quite quickly. I was just getting a gauge of how quickly I can reduce the speed.
Aye. Because really what we need to do is drop until we're quite low and then just do one quick burst. Slow it down nicely in terms of our landing.
I'm just waiting for the radar altitude to kick in. I've got the speed there. I've got the nav ball here. So
nice.
We're all good. I can manoeuvre it from a bit here.
I mean, this probably doesn't make for the most riveting of viewing, considering it's just looking at dials whirring around. People like to see things like the spaceship and the planet, but it'll be interesting if you actually can bring yourself down. And we're below 2.5.
We're coming at 2,000. Right, we've got about 2,000 metres to go.
It's a 20-second burn you're doing them. At that speed, at that height, it's a 20-second burn to sort of cut it down, I think.
It seems flat
I
enough
can see the shadow. Shadow's coming in.
Right, you're probably wondering why you're looking at the pause screen right now, and that'll be because my girlfriend came back home with the shopping at probably the most inconvenient time.
Yeah, people will probably notice that there's a little shadow that's rapidly getting bigger.
Yeah, so
we're in the final approach here.
We're not very high up. We're going at 44 metres a second, and I'm going to have to unpause and run straight back into it. This isn't ideal.
So brace yourself.
Brace for impact.
Get that engine up. See how quick you can bring it down? Oh, we've got all stressed for nothing. That's fine. I think this is the lip of the crater we're coming down on as well, mind. I don't think that's the most flat of places. Fuel's a bit of an issue, so you don't want to...
Fuel's a bit of an issue. We're not getting home. It's just...
I think there might be enough, you know. If we time it properly, we might be alright. That's it. And these are big legs. These big legs can take a bit of a wallop. There, just let it come down. See, that's quite nice. Textbook, in fact. Aye, that's all right. That's all right. Aye, fine.
This
fine.
is
Maybe throttle a bit.
No, there's nothing to do but land.
That's not bad, you know. We're here.
We're here. We're not going to get back up again, though.
We'll probably, well. Possibly, when we bring the legs in, because they flip under, could be a bit of a self-right.
Why is that leg not working?
Yeah, it's broken. Well, we can get out and fix it if need be. We'll probably wait until we've stopped sliding first before we get out.
I'll say it's not my best landing.
It's not your worst. It's not your worst by any stretch. We're going to slide all the way down into that crater.
Which I'm a bit worried about.
Do a crew report. Because I'm thinking that actually might be the launch pad that we need to get ourselves back up. So we come over the edge of there. You've got a little bit of height off the ground. Fire yourself back up.
If we don't go up...
Do a crew report.
I'm a little bit concerned with not dying at the moment.
Put the legs back out then. That'll give her a bit more traction on the bottom. There we are.
Good call.
Nice. Right. Do the sciencey stuff. Fix that other leg. Probably not worth putting the solar panels out at this point.
Probably not.
Right.
Okay, we are in the crater officially, the northwest crater.
Get the science. Everyone likes the science. Now all we've got to do is get it done. And then
So
this
the
isn't
plan
a complete
is-
bust.
To slide down there until we tip over the edge and then hit the engine so it shoots us up in the air.
Yeah,
That's crazy!
I'd probably spin it around because you want to use the momentum that you get coming off the edge of the cliff.
I
to get
would
going.
remind you about that.
Yeah, I know, but what else are we supposed to do? Frankly, you're seeing a bad situation, I'm seeing a bad situation. What else can we do?
Stay here and send a rescue mission at some point in the future.
On the lip of the crater, we've seen what happens when we go. I would give it a go, frankly.
Give it a
Tambal,
go.
Hanbin, what have they done for us?
How about I try and get them into orbit? If I can get them into orbit round the moon, then we can get them rescued.
That's fair enough, but what I would do is I would get out for the EVA and I'd fix that leg at the top. You just need to fly up close to it, and then if you right click on it, you'll be able to repair it. Aye, just pop the old don't hit the solar panel. Whatever you do, don't hit the solar panel. There, that was aye, yeah, that'll do.
I could do with being zoomed in a little bit so I could see where his legs are.
Cool. Alright.
I don't think I can actually get on top of that girder. Oh,
That'll do. Repair it. Fixed. There we are. Get back in.
Now we need to plant a flag.
Oh yes, we can do. I forgot about that other contract. At least we'll get the cash for doing that, regardless of what happens. We've actually got down to the moon in one piece. There we have it. I think it's backwards again. It's always backwards. That's fair enough. Can't really argue with danger, wonky.
We'll take a surface sample. Take an EVA report.
Cool. Get back in, and then we'll try Operation Strange Way of Going Home.
I think everyone's going to die. I want that on the record. What on earth happened there?
Oh yeah, I forgot to tell you, I replaced the door with a trampoline.
I pressed the F button to enter the door.
What was that thing where they were taking the Mickey out of Spark? Oh, it was Sparky and the Magic Piano. There was a comedy series and they took the Mickey out of it and they had it so it was like the keyboard was like some sort of like filthy person.
I'm having a bit of trouble getting into this door.
Keep trying. And he was saying, what was it? Oh, stroke my F key. The keyboard was like effectively a bit of a paedophile. And the kid was like playing with it and the keyboard was like getting sexually aroused by this child playing with a keyboard. Stroke my F key. Like that. It was brilliant.
There's a thermometer there. There we go.
I in for a penny.
Right.
So,
Are you ready?
before we do it, what I think you need to do, as I was trying to explain there, we want to be kind of pointy end first off the crater.
No, we want to
Because
be
we
back
want
end
to,
first.
we'll be picking up speed in one direction as we come out. We can use that speed.
No.
Alright, just because you would end up using more fuel to have to cancel that momentum we're going to get from the
you-
slide.
I appreciate that, but if I turn the engines on when we're going into the slide, we are going to face plant the ground.
I bet nobody's thought of tobogganing into the escape trajectory off the moon. That's all I'm going to say. And if we pull it off, we'll be legends.
I agree. If we pull this off, we will be legends.
I think if you turn
I
it, you
don't
want to turn it.
We're not going to pull it off though. Turn it which way?
So the pointy end's facing off the edge of the cliff. We want to use the speed
We're not
that we're going to get as we
we're
come
not
off.
going fast enough that we'll be able to pull the nose
There's
up when we
hardly
go
any
around the
gravity
corner.
here in the
As
slightest.
soon as if we go face first and I turn the engines on, we will go straight, flat, face first into the ground.
No, we won't.
It's not going to get any lift when it comes over this gap.
Course
It's going
it
to
is.
slide down.
Like we were saying before,
There won't
weight,
be any
weight,
lift.
weight isn't a thing
Watch,
in
when
space.
we go down this, there will be no lift.
Look,
I can promise you
Look,
that.
3.5 meters a second. That's quite fast, you know.
We're not going to leave the surface. We're going to slide down the surface. That's how it's going to work.
I think that's quite a sharp lip. I think we're fine here. I think this is the best takeoff we've ever done. Right, get your camera ready. Right, here we go. Moment of truth. Probably need to be sideways on.
I'm trying to turn. It's not having it.
Oh, there we go. See? Get him up.
Ah!
We're up.
Something blew up. I don't know what.
Doesn't
blew up,
matter.
but something blew up.
Right, get we're home. Right, that's cut your engines. We've probably got enough height now to work out what we're doing. Right, so
More height.
Aye, more height. Yeah, that's good. That's good. And then basically get we're home, getting into an escape trajectory, and we're sorted.
There's not enough fuel.
Well, try it. Get we're close. Get into an orbit. Do
Hang on,
something.
Orbit. I say orbit, then rescue mission.
Okay, then. Right. We'll try it. Get in orbit. See how much fuel we've got. That's the compromise. Orbit. That's it. Oh, see. Oh, well, 37 seconds. Fair enough. That's ridiculous. 17, 12. We could probably do that, you know.
Try and balance out around 20.
Yeah, I think 12's probably not enough to not die. I think. What are we at now? 8. Actually, we're quite high up off the ground
What
here.
blew up? I have no idea.
Probably the solar panels, possibly. Maybe a battery. No idea.
Not got a damn clue.
Just random explosions. But hey, it worked.
That's genius.
I told you. That's how you take off.
I've never successfully took off from such a horrendous failed landing.
It's the equivalent of doing donuts on the moon is what we've done. We've just pulled into the moon's car park and just shredded it and then buggered off again. Come on. Come on. We can do this. Should have got the solar panels out when we're on the bottom.
Then they definitely would have blown up.
Right. We're doing it.
Yeah, there's definitely not enough fuel to get back to Kerbin, mate.
The way it's going. At least try the manoeuvre node to try and work out how much it would take. See what we've got here. I don't think we're scraping the planet.
Ah, we're fine.
12 and 13. Is that enough?
Yes, it's fine.
You sure?
Yes, I'm positive.
Alright. Just
I'll tell you what, push us out to 13.
Right, work out whereabouts Kerbin is, just out of interest.
Kerbin's there.
Right, so if we want to do a burn.
See, that would get us into a Kerbin orbit, but that's 18 seconds.
Hang on then, let's work this out. How much fuel have we got? 18 metres per second. You know what? That wouldn't be bad at all. Don't know what you were doing there. Yeah, it's so close.
It's not. There's no way.
How much fuel have we got here? Let's have a look. We've got 148 units. How many metres per second in delta V would we need to do it? Get where so would be caught by its atmosphere, and then I'll let you know.
You say that as though that's an easy thing for me to pull off. I don't know how to do that. I know how to get into an orbit around it and then close my orbit.
Oh, I see. 202.
And that's a long burn.
That's probably about a 20-second. That's not a burn. That's about what 15 to 20 seconds that would take.
We don't have enough fuel for that. We've used more than
15 to
half the
20
fuel we
seconds.
had when we took off doing a 30-second
But that
burn.
was a crazy burn. If we did it slowly, if we did the burn slowly, these engines are just tickling away slowly. They're very efficient.
There's no way. There is no way in hell. I don't
Right.
know what you're looking at to make me think that is enough fuel to get back to Kerbin.
Out of interest, I'll tell you what, is there any way we can save the game so after we've done recording we could try it? Just out of interest and we'll report.
That's cheating.
I know, no, we're not going to use that for video purposes. I just want to see if it can be done. We'll save the game and then we'll try it at the end of the episode.
That's cheating.
I want to see if it can be done. We'll never use that footage. I just want to know if it can be done or not because I think we possibly could.
It doesn't matter if we use the footage or not. That's against the no-saving policy that we've got going.
50, that would be perfect!
Right.
20-second burn and we're there. Do it.
Okay.
Do it.
I
Do
think it's doable. I'd like you to appreciate that I did the manoeuvre note on that.
I knew the manoeuvre node was there. I just don't have the buttons here. I'm just sitting on a couch. Right.
If we miss,
If we miss, it's pilot error. But
if we miss, it's because there's not enough fuel.
It could be done.
If we pull this off, this is going to be probably the most impressive thing I've ever done.
Yep.
And that's purely because of the cock-up at landing, admittedly.
Oh, but come on, that was a genius idea from yours truly.
It was, and
I thought it would work.
It did work.
Don't overshoot though, we've got to be Johnny on the spot here while we're timing.
I feel like we're really low down.
So we'll go very low down. We'll be alright. It feels very low down.
You know what? We'd have plenty fuel if you hadn't stuck that stupid front end on.
Didn't need it. Well, in the end, it was probably that I'd give with the momentum to push you off the cliff. Did you consider that? If we didn't have that, we probably wouldn't have had the weight and the aerodynamics, or not so much the aerodynamics, the ground dynamics, to roll off the edge of that crater. Get ready. As long as you can get under the magic 69, it doesn't matter how long it takes, we've been captured.
Yeah, that's true.
It'll just, that apophysis will keep dropping. It might take 20 minutes of us sitting here. We might end up like we had a couple of episodes back with those cuts.
It wasn't a couple of episodes back, it was just last Oh no, that would be 2 episodes ago, yeah.
Okay then, right. At 10. Could start the burn now just a little bit lighter, do it like half speed. So yeah.
We just hit it. Hit it and hit it hard.
Oh, the tension, I can feel it, it's in me guts. The fuel's hardly gone down. Still got 100 units. Look at that, man. Yeah, get it down. You've got to be accurate with this one. Might be enough. Double check.
Bosh.
We've done it. High five for that one. Woo! There you go. So, I think that's probably the first toboggan takeoff and return ever done from the moon to Kerbin, probably in KSP history, because nobody in their right mind would have even thought that was a thing. We're geniuses and we didn't know it.
I think we've got the episode title as well. Toboggan Takeoff.
Love it. Alright, so let's just watch ourselves come back down.
I'm really, really pleased with this episode. I think this is a good episode.
86. 86.
Let's hope this damn thing lands.
Loads of fuel. We could do that another 4 times if we needed to.
Oh, impressive. Impressive.
Told you it could be done. Just trust my side of the hedge once in a while. I may be terrible at most games, but you know, I can see something and say, well, that's the way we should do it.
It's been such a game of opposites, this one, in that you've done all the planning. Well, admittedly, I've done the manoeuvre still. But
threw me little spanner
you've done all the planning. You've changed the design of the ship. You decided how it was going to go down. You told me exactly what to do with the pilot. But more importantly, you were blindly optimistic, and I was relentlessly pessimistic. Which is the exact opposite. Normally, I'm really, really optimistic. You're pessimistic, and something awful happens.
But in any event, it doesn't really matter. It doesn't matter who was the optimist and who was the pessimist. What matters is we crash landed, and then we took off from that crash landing. We have tried that before.
And we're back again after another brief pause. Coming back into Kerbin. It's all over, there's not really much to say.
Well, I want to see we'll come back down into the atmosphere properly. I think we deserve it.
Shall I use the rest of the fuel to try and give a landing on
a dry
land?
landing? Yeah, I think we should.
A dry landing.
Since, because of my excellence, we've actually still got loads of fuel left, we might as well use it.
We'll come down on the light side as well, which is nice.
It's like we even planned it that way, which obviously we didn't. Yeah, you read me mind there. I wanted the ship facing the proper way.
3,
See, look at that, man.
4,
Loads of fuel.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Look at all that extra fuel.
Told you.
You're right, we could have done that manoeuvre twice.
4 times, I think you'll find I said. We could have done that 4 times.
Well, we probably could have done it 4 times.
You know, you two are like an old married couple.
Well,
don't you talk on my recording?
I don't talk on your recording.
Don't you call it your recording? My recording?
It's my house!
Yeah. You are not a valid member of the GonzoEwok commentary team.
Oh, of course, because I'm a woman. I don't have any man love to do.
Oh God, we'll get Gamergate on my side in this rate. No, that's not what we're saying. It's definitely not what we're saying.
But GonzoEwok's all about the beard.
It is.
Although I have to shave mine off.
You
yeah, I
do.
shaved mine off as well, you know.
Okay, the ship's gone upside down. And the parachutes don't appear to have deployed.
What?
The parachutes don't appear to have deployed.
What do you mean?
Well, I've pressed the button to bring the parachutes out.
See if you can click on the menu. Oh, there they are, man. We're fine.
Okay, they've come out now.
It's a.
Oh, things fell off.
They're just solar panels. They
Things
don't
are
count.
falling off, shooting
fine.
off into the distance.
We couldn't do anything with those anyway. That was absolutely perfect. Right. See?
Yep.
Everything's cooling down a bit.
Everything's cooling down. Still got a bit of fuel left.
If you want to fire it. There we are. Just, I'll just help things along.
We're all fine.
Nice. Okay then, so now we've just got to wait until we come back down. Now, whatever you do, don't try and make one of these get out of the craft, because they'll face plant into the desert, like poor... I forget his name.
You forget his name?
Edible Kerman.
Your favourite, who you said you'd never forget, and that you'd never forgive me for killing him.
I've never
you
forgot
his name.
I've never forgot his deeds, and I've never forgot his face. All I forgot was his name. And what is a name? What is a name, Ewok?
What is it? It's his sole identifier. It's his mark on the world. It's his note on the memorial wall.
I remember
of
what
Dead
he was
Kerman.
called. He was called Edible. Or a variation of the word edible is what he was called. Edible.
Edible.
Edible. I can't remember.
Adbelay, I believe it was pronounced.
Well, just get her down so we can finish.
Am I still fair?
Very nerve jangly after this one.
What's that noise? Is that a windy sort of noise? I don't know why we're talking about it. You'll be able to hear it on the
I
recording.
don't know if it's in the game or in real life. That's always a concern. Right, we're coming down fairly
fast. Why haven't... Oh, there we go. I was getting really nervous that we seemed very, very close to the ground, and the chutes hadn't fully deployed yet.
Well, ladies and gentlemen of YouTube, I think you'll agree that was a pretty amazing feat that we've just pulled off. As we touch down on the ground, I think we should start wrapping things up. So, as always, please like, comment and subscribe. I want to see congratulations in the comments for our return there, because that was outstanding.
For Gonzo's fantastic idea, and to me for actually managing to pull it off.
I think backslaps all around. And we shall see you in the next video, will we? Yes, we will. Goodbye.
Well, not goodbye just yet.
What do you mean?
Well, before we say goodbye, we need to see how much money we've got
No, we
from
don't.
that.
Who cares about that anymore after what we've just done?
870,000.
Well, that's alright. We're about 250 grand up from where we were.
And thank you very much. Goodbye.
Bye.